a bumper bonanza 2022 is what I'm calling it. A smile on Shweta's face when you have made a food reference, because if there's one thing I know about Shweta from this set, it's that food can make her happy. Hrithik Roshan given herself the coffee hamper before the game.
I'm really happy.
Hey guys, my name is Shravan Shah, and today I'm going to be having a conversation with the very talented cast of Yeh Kaali Kaali Ankhein. We have Vikrant with us, we have Shikha with us, and we have Purva with us. Have I said that right, guys?
Absolutely right, Shravan.
Anna, see, that's how I know how to win your hearts, guys, because that's what you all have done with Yeh Kaali Kaali Ankhein. I didn't expect it to be this kind of a driller. Is that what we're calling it, guys? A driller?
Not
absolutely, very cool.
I have done my research. We're calling it a driller. Okay. My first question is going to be to you, Vikrant, or Tahir, like they call you in real world. There's 83. There's Yeh Kaali Kaali Ankhein. Okay. There's Loop Lapeta. There's Ranjish Sahi. I mean, boy is on a roll. Is it a happy 2022 already for you?
It's a bumper bonanza 2022 is what I'm calling it. It's amazing. Because if there's one thing that I learned through the pandemic, it is how important, I mean, of course, set par jo hum kaam karte hain, wo to karte hi hain, but how important it is to get that work out to the audience and for them to view it. And whether they like it, critique it, not like it, that's not in your hands. But I'm just so happy to be putting that work out there.
So, Aanchal, my question to you is, how do you do this, lady? How can you be so sweet and cunning at the same time? I mean, how have you done or played Purva to the T? So I want to ask you this, that, you know, when you play a character like this, okay, how much of Aanchal do you bring to the character that you're playing? Or you just leave Aanchal at home and you're like, hey, this is Purva out and out?
First of all, thank you so much, Shravan. And I have kept Siddharth sir, our director's brief in my mind. He always briefed me that, you know, this was not just for Purva. He told me that for anything that you do in your professional field, your character, whatever you do, needs to come from within. So there is a part of you that has to come across, but then you understand that what is your character about, and then you understand the similarities, dissimilarities, and you find a way out. So I think the sweetness is mine. That's Anchal.
Nice.
That's what at least I would like to believe that. And the obsession and the mad love is, I think, what the script demanded out of me.
Nice. So, Shweta, the show has released this morning and people are already pouring their love for this. Okay. I want to ask you this. There's this similarity of sorts that I had in my mind while watching this. And I'm like, this feels like a little bit of deja vu. Okay. What is it, Shweta Tripathi and the rings getting lost in the pond? What is the similarity? What is the coincidence there?
I think the writers and directors, they wanted कि लोगों को ऐसा लगे, पर ये तो spoiler हो जाएगा अगर मैं ज़्यादा कुछ बोलूँगी तो.
Yeah, so no.
Getting lost in the what? I lost that part of the question.
In the water.
In the water.
Oh, right.
That's what you did.
Yeah, in the water.
But I think I will say it in a way जो समझने वाले होंगे उनको
काफी क्रिप्टिक रखेंगे ये आंसर हम
कि जब मेरे कैरेक्टर के साथ कुछ बुरा होता है तो ऑडियंस को भी बहुत बुरा लगता है कि हाय इस बेचारी प्यारी कन्या के साथ ये मत करो. So I think
प्यारी कन्या. I like how she called herself प्यारी कन्या on this.
My character, not me.
Okay, your character. Okay.
क्योंकि as an actor वो अगर मैंने correct कर दिया, and this brings me to the relatability factor also, because when people see my characters, I want them to feel, I want to push a button somewhere. I want to, you know, महसूस करना वो मेरे लिए बहुत जरूरी है. Because if you don't feel for my character, you might not relate to my character. Like, for example, there are so many characters which are far, far away from reality. So you might not understand what they're doing, why they're doing, but as long as you get it, as long as they make you be on that journey with them, it's sorted.
Yeah.
But वो there are a lot of things that we improvise. अगर कोई director मुझे मिलेगा जो कहेगा ऐसे ही करना है, then I wouldn't know how to do, because
And you start freaking out. You're like, nahi.
But thankfully, touchwood, I've been very blessed and fortunate to work with not only just amazing directors but also great human beings. And Siddharth Sen Gupta is just love.
Perfect. Guys, another thing about why I love the title Yeh Kaali Kaali Ankhein and why the three people who are featuring on this interview have done a fab job is because I believe that one of the greatest quality of an actor is if you can act from only here. Okay, your eyes should emote what you're feeling. And I think each one of you, like while I'm talking to you right now, I can go in flashbacks. And I remember the scenes where, you know, Purva's eyes are haunting, or Shikha is scared, or, you know, Vikrant is like, I do not know what do I do with my life anymore. And it's only the eyes. And that's why I think the title is so apt for the show, Yeh Kaali Kaali Ankhein. Okay.
Yeah, and that's just to interrupt you there. That's amazing that you say that, because everyone else, we've spoken to a lot of people, whether they're friends or family or the media, starts with why Yeh Kaali Kaali Ankhein. So just to hear someone say this for the first time is super.
Yeah, perfect. So I wanted to ask, I want to take that question forward, and I want to ask y'all that, so Yeh Kaali Kaali Ankhein, the interpretations are different from different people. Okay. What is the interpretation for you, Tahir, of it?
Right. I have a feeling I'm going to be the only one answering this question.
No. I'm sure we'll get the girls to answer. Don't worry.
It's my interpretation is that Yeh Kaali Kaali Ankhein, although from Bazigar, which is one of my favorite films in the 90s and was set up as a romantic song, is an interpretation for today's times that we live in. And when translated to English, Yeh Kaali Kaali Ankhein is those dark eyes. And for Vikrant, it symbolizes the dark eyes of the power structure that's constantly keeping him under surveillance. And to me, that's amazing, because you are, whether you're talking about social media or television media, and there are a lot of references to this in the show, you're making a statement of what Yeh Kaali Kaali Ankhein mean today.
Yeah, that's great. Wow. What about you, Aanchal? What is the interpretation of Yeh Kaali Kaali Ankhein for you?
Yeah. As they say that if you have to peep into somebody's soul, you have to look into their eyes.
Yeah.
So eyes, as you said it rightly, that, eyes actually say it all, And for me to have a reference of Ankhe in the title was a very interesting way to say that, कि बहुत कुछ है इसमें. Once you get to the show, you'll understand the depth. It's like a question.
It's the show is actually, for me, it's like this lasagna that it has layers to it, and I'm like, every time I'm digging, I'm like, yaar, ye khatam nahi ho raha.
The smile on Shweta's face when you have made a food reference, because if there's one thing I know about Shweta from this set, it's that food can make her happy.
Relatability kafi hai yahan pe, Shweta aur mujhe. But Shweta, besides the food, what does Yeh Kaali Kaali Ankhein mean to you?
मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि आंखों से हम कम्युनिकेट करते हैं, आंखों से हम देखते हैं. सो इवन व्हेन यू आर ऑब्जर्विंग और सीइंग समथिंग, आप अपनी आंखें यूज करो, और आंखों के पीछे क्या हो रहा है, दैट ओनली यू विल नो. So for all the characters, and especially Vikrant and Purva, because there is one thing that they're showing and there's one thing that they're feeling. Shikha ka, I think it's more कि वो जो feel कर रही है वो आपको दिख रहा है.
Yeah.
But for them, and I think that is very interesting, क्योंकि आंखों के सामने कुछ और हो रहा है और आंखों के पीछे कुछ और हो रहा है. So ये काली काली आंखें for me is, it's an ocean.
Yeah. Oh,
and
wow.
Like your lasagna depth का reference, I think वो इतनी सारी layers हैं, जितना आप जाना चाहो उतना more you're going to explore, and not just in the show. And I think that's us as humans, as people.
Yeah.
That they are, like Anchal said, the windows to the soul. So for me, it is ये काली काली आंखें. मतलब ये काली काली आंखें देखने के लिए भी आपको अपनी आंखें use करनी पड़ेंगी.
No, but see, we got 3 different definitions of Yeh Kaali Kaali Ankhein, which I wanted. From there, I'm going to move on to my favorite segment, which is a game segment. Your show is called Yeh Kaali Kaali Ankhein. Matlab, there is no brownie point to guess what the game is going to be.
It's going to be about 90s Bollywood.
No, it's not going to be about 90s.
It's going to be about Shah Rukh Khan.
No, it's not going to be about Shah Rukh
Okay,
Khan.
let's not
I
play
am
this
gonna
game.
show
Just
you
go
all.
with your game.
But I'm going to show you all a pair of eyes.
Oh,
lovely.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
you all have to guess who the Bollywood actor is.
Okay, let's
Okay.
do this.
Wow.
Let's do this. So I have like 11 of them to guess.
Oh, wow.
काफी easy है. I have taken famous Bollywood actors. तो काफी easy होंगे आपको guess करने के लिए. Anybody on tech who can help me with this? Oh wow.
Wow.
Yes, here comes the first one, guys.
Anushka. Sharma.
Anushka.
Woo! Aanchal got it first. Aanchal, you have 1 point. Okay.
Oh, this is a buzzer round. Okay, I did not
Yeah.
realize
So
it.
yes, it is Anushka Sharma. Next one.
Kartik Aaryan.
Kartik Aaryan.
Tahir gets another one. Next one.
Yeah.
It is Kartik Aaryan.
Deepika.
Kiara.
Kiara had
Tahir
one.
gets another one. Yes, it is Kiara. Next one.
Siddharth.
That's me.
Tahir. I said it.
Tahir, you took 5 minutes to say that's me.
Because I was mesmerized by the beauty of those eyes, Shravan.
Oh, man, same.
God.
Same.
What
So while I was picking this picture, guys, fun fact, while I was picking this picture, I kept this picture on my screen for an hour and I kept looking at those eyes because I was like, Yeh Kaali Kaali Ankhein काफी amazing है.
Next
Wow.
level. Next level.
Next,
Wow.
next, guys.
Shweta.
Shikha. Oh shit! I just said Shikha. Damn.
Nice. Guys, I hope you all are keeping a count because I have lost the count of who's answering quicker. Yara.
I'm winning, I'm telling you.
No, Aanchal, 1 minute. You're not winning.
Yeah.
I think
You can't declare yourself.
मतलब ये चीटिंग हो गई है. पूर्वा ने ऑलरेडी की है. इसको माइनस पॉइंट दिए जाएंगे ये बोलने के लिए कि वो जीत रही है. You are, I think, somewhere on common grounds with Tahir. Shweta, you need to buckle up, friend.
Done. Chalo.
Okay, next.
Rajkumar.
Okay, Tahir and Aanchal have said it together. Next one.
Anchal.
Anchal.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Tahir, that's how quick you have to be when it's your eyes.
Yeah.
Not like I think it is
I
me.
think, yeah.
Next.
Hrithik
Hrithik
Roshan.
Roshan.
Auction.
Yes, it is Hrithik Roshan.
ये
Next one.
points तो मुझे मिलने चाहिए.
Deepika
Deepika.
Padukone.
Oh, wow. Shweta is finally
I'm
said something I say.
Shweta is also raising her hand.
Yeah. Shweta, this is not about raising. This is just saying.
Vicky
Vicky.
Kaushal.
Vicky Kaushal.
No. Acha.
मैं आंसर कर रही हूँ.
Yeah. I can see that, Shweta. I can see that. Next one.
Sorry, can't tell.
Yes. Shweta, you should get this. It's a hint.
Richa.
Richa,
Yes.
yaar. Yeah.
Yes, it is
That's a
Richa.
damn good one.
I think जितना मैं count रख सकता था. Okay, we can shut the screen share, guys. Thank you so much, tech team. Okay, जितना मैं ऐसे count रख सकता था. It started off with Aanchal and Tahir literally taking the lead while Shweta was enjoying a cup of coffee, tea, whatever she's drinking. Because
Shweta has given herself the coffee hamper before the game.
I'd
as
be
well.
happy.
She's
I'd
given
be
herself
happy if
the
you
coffee
declare
hammer.
Vikrant as the winner.
But I regret to inform Shweta and Tahir that Aanchal, our friend here, has taken a lead with all the answers that she has given. Even though the special mention has to go to Shweta, who actually started raising her hand and she like, I know this. Also, Tahir, next time it's your pair of eyes, just say it.
Yeah, I
Just
should.
say it.
I should.
No,
Yeah.
but Tahir wanted कि शिखा और पूर्वा कहें कि अरे ये तो हमारा ही ना
ये तो हमारा मेरा yeah.
I know
wanted them-
that Tahir is so engrossed in this show with the fact that when your picture came, he said Shikha. Okay, matlab
Yeah.
that was a clue for me that Tahir is submerged.
It's still not over the
in
character.
Vikrant and vice versa. But guys, the last one coming your way, with this game, is that this is one of those shows. While it is a thriller, like we're calling it, it's also very commercial. And who said commercial content can't be heavy on content also? It's like, I think gone are those days, right, where you say if you want to watch something commercial, keep your brain at home and come. Okay. When you're a part of something like this, as actors, are you all liking how the narrative now has changed and you are being a part of something that's commercial plus is great content? Let's go with Tahir for that answer.
100%, and that really is what I aspire to do. It's to change that definition. And this question used to be asked 10 years ago: is, are you a star or are you a good actor? Why can't you be both? Why can't you change the definition of stardom to mean good acting, or the definition of great critical acclaim versus great box office acclaim? Why can't you have a critically acclaimed box office success? And that is the dream. So I'm really happy that you see elements of that in this.
You guys are killing it with that. Aanchal, to you for this answer.
I feel that we are definitely in a transition period where people from the industry, I think, are open to it right now, because the audience is also changing the way of perception.
Yeah.
I remember that pehle hota tha ki ye art cinema hai. This is beautiful. This is very commercial, very massy. So I'm happy that we are with amazing content that we have today, we are able to sort of blur those lines. And as artists, I think that's what we want today.
Yeah, for sure. Shweta, what about you?
The intent, why you're making or why you're telling a story is very important.
Yeah.
तो ऐसा भी नहीं होना चाहिए कि indie, क्योंकि कई stories हैं which are smaller stories and which are supposed to be a certain way, and there are some stories which like 83 needs to be told in a particular way. ये काली काली आंखें तो scale से बहुत matter करता है. तो खिचड़ी मत बनाओ. I think be true to the story, and if you're true to the story, then the outcome hopefully will be good. The line is blurring, and it's a great time to be a part of such stories. But at the same time, I think the core is extremely important. Why, like for example, why I signed up for Yeh Kaali Kaali Ankhein is because of the story, or Mirzapur, not because I had any clue कि commercially ऐसा होगा या look ऐसा होगा या scale ऐसा होगा.
Yeah.
So I feel वो बहुत जरूरी है, but at the same time entertainment बहुत जरूरी है. अगर आप entertain होते कुछ आपको सीखने को मिल गया, great. पर अगर नहीं भी मिल रहा है, मजा जरूर आना चाहिए. आप ऑडियंस से उनका टाइम मांग रहे हो, and time is the most valuable thing. So I think that should be worth it. As long as फिर जो भी हो, चाहे वो 300 सिनेमा में रिलीज हो या 3000 में हो, सबसे ज्यादा जरूरी क्या है कि कहानी क्या है, स्टोरी क्या है.
Beautifully put it. You beautifully put it. And like I said, it's very commercial, yet heavy on content. It's actually a genre bender for me, because I'm in love with Yeh Kaali Kaali Ankhein. So on that note, I'm going to sign off. I hope you guys enjoyed this conversation, क्योंकि I तो ऐसे काफी प्यार आ गया तुम तीनों पे after watching Yeh Kaali Kaali Ankhein.
Thank you for saying that, Shravan. Really enjoyed it.
Just to add one thing, that one question which I hate the most is when people used to ask me कि श्वेता हम आपको commercial में कब देखेंगे, commercial cinema में. इससे ज़्यादा commercial. अब मुझसे कोई ये सवाल पूछ के दिखाए तो मैं बताती हूँ उन्हें.
Please do not ask Shweta that question. I didn't ask her that, guys. So this is a note to all of you. Do not ask her that. No, but it's true, guys. It is genuinely a commercial show. And in fact, when I was watching it, I was like, what if Yeh Kaali Kaali Ankhein was a film? Because the way it is shot, it is shot on a scale where it can also become a film. And that I think is, the credit for that also goes to the director, because he's
full credit for that goes to the director, Shravan, because he comes with 2 decades of experience in television, which is really important to create the kind of content where you leave every episode with a hook enough to want to get to the other episode, how to keep an audience engaged. And also he's done some amazing shows before this. He did a show called Apaharan and he did a show called Andekhi. So this is like his 3rd outing with this one. And like that blending of commercial, where he's got the kind of DOP and cinematographer or the costume and set designer to blend with an all-round entertaining story is all him.
Perfect. That's so true. Congratulations to 3 of you all already. बहुत सारा प्यार for Yeh Kaali Kaali Ankhein, and keep doing such great work, guys. I'm very proud of you all. I'm very proud of 3 of you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you so much. Take care of yourself, guys.
See you, Shravan. See you.
Bye.
See you. Bye-bye.